So you want me to give
Yeah.
Terrence Clay
200.
250?
200.
Oh, 200. Okay. Oh, they're each gonna pay 200. Okay.
Right. Okay. Peppo,
Yes, sir.
We're here.
before, once we finish with Mr. Jones, bring Mr. Root back in if we can get it.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh, man. I'll try. Okay.
Okay, but in the meantime, we're getting ready to go. We on our YouTube, so we're getting ready to uh, go on the record in cause number 327968, the state of Texas versus Terrence Clay Jones. Mr. Jones, you can look at the monitor and raise your right hand.
Yes,
Mr.
my hand's up. There you go.
Jones, would you please? Okay, Mr. Jones, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr.
Yes,
Jones,
sir.
you may put your hands down. Okay, Mr. Jones, how are you doing?
All right, ma'am.
Okay, you doing all right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Jones, the information alleges that on or about August the 17th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of resisting arrest, search, or transportation. Mr. Jones, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
And,
Yes.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contact.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes.
Okay, now, Mr. Jones, put your mask and over your mouth and your nose. Thank you. Now, Mr. Jones. I have before me what is marked as State's Exhibit number 1.
Don't let them take you back.
There are a set of that is titled, that is on a line that is titled Kindred, which means no contest. Mr. Jones,
Ma'am.
are these your initials on page 2?
Yes, ma'am. Let me hang on.
Okay, that's, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Jones, above the line that says defendant, there's a signature. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And above, there's another document here that is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. There's a signature above the line that says defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And at the top of this document, there are two boxes that's checked. The first box says that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving or giving up your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, there should be a document out there that is titled the discovery certification. Did you sign that document above the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Without objection, Your Honor.
No objection, State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. State, will you also be offering State's Exhibit number 2?
Yes, Your Honor. The state will also offer the probable cause affidavit.
Without objection.
Okay, no objection, State's Exhibit number 2 will also be admitted. Mr. Freeman, you've advised and counsel Mr. Jones, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, your attorney, Mr. Freeman, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jones, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
The state is offering 180 days probated over 1 year, a $500 fine plus 60 hours of community service.
Mr. Jones, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you will be placed on probation for 1 year. During this 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $342, which comes to a total of $842. You will also be required to pay probation fees of $60 each month and a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. And you also have to pay court-appointed attorney's fees. Here it is $200, but it may be adjusted. That comes to a monthly installment of $175. Mr. Jones, do you understand? Now, when I say it may be adjusted downward to $200. Now, Mr. Jones, if it is adjusted to $250, to $200, that will change your monthly installments. But currently, the monthly installments are $175 per month. Mr. Jones, would you be able to pay the $175 per month?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Jones, you'll also be required to pay $60, perform 60 hours of community service, and you would also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. Mr. Jones, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Jones, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Jones, please follow the bailiff and have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Peppo, make sure that we get his signature